Welcome back to 3J Sports. This episode is brought to you by Galveston Pepper Company. Alongside me, as always, John, Jeremy, how you boys doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
And we are accompanied today by Andreyes. What's good, son? Good to see you, man. Guys, let's clap him up, man. Let's go.
What's going on?
Jeremy's like, I'm not clapping for a Cowboys fan.
No, it's not that. I was just hoping his chair didn't move because that star was going to show me. I was going to start burning like a vampire.
Andreyes, appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate y'all having
All
me.
right.
Of course.
All right, we're gonna just bust it up here. Andreyes, the Cowboys fan. As we got the Cowboys coming up here, we just gonna jump right into these. Jeremy, what you think about Dallas, man? Looking at what's going on with the team, all that jazz.
You mean overall as the franchise, or just as
Coming up for this week on this.
Oh,
just
okay.
yeah, I don't want you to put all your emotion into it right now. Just this week as
Let's have
a
a 2-hour podcast.
as an opponent.
The ghost of my grandma would show up talking a mess, but yeah, all right.
Exciting week.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Battle of Texas. Sorry to hear about Dak, but what was it? What was hurt? It was his labium or
His hamstring. His hamstring, I think, kind of.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, always good to play them. We only play them every 4 years, which I think we should play them every year. It's kind of like in college football. You should be able to play your in-state, rivalry every year. But excited about it. So we'll see. But without Dak, I mean, I hope. Who's the backup? Who's playing now?
Cooper Rush.
Oh,
Cooper Rush. Coop.
Yep. He's gonna be rushing to the sidelines real quick. That Texans D's on him. But yeah. No, I mean, always excited to play them. So we'll see. Y'all won't see me for a few weeks if something crazy happens and we lose, but I don't see that happening. So
Andreyes, how you feeling about your team, man? You thinking y'all got a good shot, or with Dak being out, like how's the feels from the fans?
I mean, like when we played in 2020, we were obviously the better team, and it came down
4 years ago
to the wire.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though what the Cowboys look like now without Dak and Cooper Rush putting up 45 passing yards last week, I just feel like it's somehow going to be close. I don't know. And maybe I just don't know. I don't know. And we're at home. There'll probably be a lot of Texans fans. But I think it'll be close. I don't think it'll be a blowout just because it's always close no matter what the records look like how each other are playing. I feel like it's going to be a close game.
I mean, it's true. We can't block. We can't block, so y'all have a chance. We can't block at all. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got Micah back.
Yeah.
I was wondering, is he playing? That was my next question.
Yeah. He played. I mean, he played a pretty decent game last week against Jalen Hurts. Him and Overshown, DeMarvion Overshown. He's from Texas.
Yep.
The linebacker. Him and Micah, they look really, really good. And that was the first time, in a while that they played. So they look really good. I think if we could put pressure on CJ, I think
it shouldn't be hard
to win, but we might have a chance.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how. I know CD is kind of just the guy they go to for most of the time, and I know they've switched up the running back, giving the starting job to Dowdy or Dowdle.
Dowdle, yeah, Rico Dowdle.
But I'm wondering if CD's fantasy stock. I'm interested to see how that's going to drop for them. But just sticking more to the game. John, how you feeling about it, man?
I think it should be a good game. I mean, like Andreyes was saying, it's even with everything going on, it seems like the Texans can't make an easy game out of anything. So I think we should win the game, but gotta keep that pressure off CJ. But we'll see what happens.
We got Nico back. Nico's back.
Nico's back.
Yeah, I seen that today. He's playing, so that's a big part as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it should be a good game. It's always good to play them. So
yeah, I think it'll be obviously it's fun. We're trying to beat Dallas, and Andreyes' team. But I mean, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of like we hold down CD Lamb, and if I mean the Russians not spectacular right now for them. Ezekiel is kind of washed up, and then Dowdle's holding it down, and he kind of reminds me of guy who used to be there who went to Tennessee. I can't think of his name right now.
Tony Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard.
Yeah.
He's got that same kind of explosiveness, but with Coop Rush, I know we got an advantage in the game. I haven't looked at the spread. Do y'all know what the spread is and all that yet?
It's it opened at so it's Texans minus 7.5. So they got him by a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, CD got the ball thrown to him 10 times, 21 yards. They were holding them down, and then the rushing, they had 24 for 97, but it doesn't look like it wasn't too many overall carries. I guess you want to get more up into that 38 range when you got the whole balance of offense. But the Eagles ain't nothing to play with, but they definitely took care of business in AT&T Stadium. So we're hoping we can kind of do the same thing, brother. But that's the thing, man. Is Dak worth? That's got to be a gut wrenching feeling when Dak gets that money and then gets hurt like this, And
the way that it was playing out when he got hurt, I kept looking and seeing different updates, and it was he's pushing for to not have surgery. He's pushing for other there's other options. I kept hearing other options, and then finally they come out and say season-ending surgery. But I don't know. I just feel like they're trying to make it seem like he's trying to play, and I don't know.
He's a warrior, man.
I'm so done with that.
He's a warrior.
I'm so done with that.
Well, that's my thing. I wonder with because I've asked a couple other guys at work, and we were trying to bring Nick on so we could kind of dig into this. But what we were talking about was, would Dak get that contract anywhere else? If he would have walked. And I said, I mean, I know that they've raised the bar. I mean, look what Trevor Lawrence got paid, and he hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
So they're they're just paying these dudes. I mean, but what you got, John?
No, I was gonna say, I think those like Trevor Lawrence and those are more on potential. I mean, Dak's been in the league how many years? 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, he got drafted in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for that kind of money, for that age and production, I mean, it's not like he hasn't produced. Excuse me, he has produced, but that's a little steep in my opinion for a player where he's at in his career.
I don't think he would have got paid $260 million. What was it? 220 guaranteed, 4 years.
It's a lot.
I just don't.
And also coming off, me and Andreyes are talking about this. Also coming off,
guaranteed money was 231. Torn
ACL, broken ankle. I mean, maybe if he didn't have any injuries in the past, like those are major injuries, and his ability to scramble and everything is he definitely looks slower.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not where he was when he got drafted. Not even close. I mean, after he broke his ankle, which is understandable, but he just doesn't move the same in the pocket as well. He just doesn't. No, he's not.
He's running slow because all that money's in his pockets. He keeps it on him.
That's what it is.
He don't care. I'm getting paid that much.
Let me ask you a question, Andreyes. What are you more disappointed in, Dak's just performance overall, or your head coach? I mean, it feels, or you're just defensive coordinator who's kind of just been.
Honestly, the whole if this is the first year, I've been a Cowboys fan since I could walk, so I've been disappointed every year, but this year it just felt like Jerry Jones was trying to take control more than ever because.
His comments and everything.
Yes, even with the media, he's just he cannot take any criticism whatsoever. He immediately gets defensive, and then I don't know. I think
that old man when he gets older. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting old. He don't care. He's rich and old. He's like, oh, I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I mean, he did have that call into that radio station that I guess they do weekly, and it kind of got escalated for a second. Like, he was
he threatened to,
very on the defense, and it's like, hey,
threatened to fire
man,
the guy. Threatened to fire the guy.
Yeah.
Did he really? I didn't. Jeez.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll make phone calls. It's like, relax, man.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah.
It's what they're asking on behalf of the fan base, and
Well, because he
and then
wouldn't
you're
answer
going to
the
go
question.
off on them.
He wouldn't answer the question, like hold himself accountable. He's like, well, if I
Yeah.
knew this, then I wouldn't have made the choice. So, he was just running around in circles, wasn't answering the question. The guy kept pressing him on it, and then he threatened to. Yeah. So.
But I will say, like I'm not one of those Cowboys fans that just like I see what it is. I don't make excuses and try to like go to the past, go to like the Super Bowl rings or none of that. Like I see what it is because I watch them like every week from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I watch football. Period. I watch most games, depending on like the times. But the thing I like about the Texans is the coaching, like. D'Amico Ryan, how he coaches and how he's a player's coach. You can tell how he has relationships with his players. Mike McCarthy, Zimmerman, Zimmerman, they don't say anything at all. Every time something happens, they turn the camera to them and they're just sitting there with their hands on their right here, the play sheet, and they're just sitting there. Don't say a word. We have no like leadership. There's no leadership on the Cowboys at all. No coaches. No. That's one thing I like about D'Amico Ryan though. You could tell he's a player's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I agree. It's just like we talked about Dan Campbell last week too, which leading into the game, which we'll touch on that here in a minute. But just being the player's coach, I mean, you're gonna work a little harder, go a little just put in a little bit more. Obviously, these guys are playing for contracts and stuff, so we know they're not taking a day off. At least, I hope they're not. But yeah, just being ballers. And I just kind of wonder, switching back to Cowboys, how CD feels about all this. I mean, he's getting his money, and he put up that one game where I almost got beat. But, I mean, CD's an animal, and then he's just losing his quarterback, and they ain't getting the wins like you want. How do you think he's feeling?
I mean, with the money he's getting, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
he's like he's paid.
Yeah, I just feel like at that point he's getting all the attention, all the media. Like, if I was him, obviously I want to win, and I want my team to be better. Obviously, if I was him, I would want out for sure. And I think he's feeling that way. But at the same time, we've seen what the Cowboys are during the regular season. In the past few seasons, like we've been good in the regular season. Like we have potential. It just starts, like I said, from the top and starts with Dak. It's just, I think Dak has to go.
It's Jerry Jones needs to back off, but it'll never happen. There's no way he would do it.
He wants everything on him, and like I heard a couple weeks ago, there was this guy talking. I can't tell you the owner of the Chiefs. I can't tell you the owners of the Ravens. I can't tell you the owner of the 49ers. But you hear Jerry Jones' name in everything. He lets the coaches and he lets the quarterback and the players take over the team. When that happens, Jerry Jones won't let it happen. He wants all the credit, all the shine. Same thing happened with Jimmy Johnson. Got rid of him because they were forgetting about Jerry Jones. And now it's just all about him. It's all about him. He's never wrong. He's trying to prove a point, and he's just making himself look dumb.
I mean, y'all got some great players, man. I mean, y'all really do. Because CD, I would love to have that receiver. I mean, we got Nico. Don't get me wrong. Nico's the man. But CD's, I'm surprised he didn't hold out that contract to see if he can get paid a little bit more, to be honest. Because he's an animal. I'll give it to him.
Did he grow up? Did he grow up a Cowboys fan or something?
CD?
I'm
not sure.
Because I saw an interview, I think it was last season, and like it was in his house. It was his house. It was like a basement or game room or something, and it was like totally decked out Cowboys. And I thought it was kind of weird, like.
Anyways,
yeah. Yeah. It made it seem like he was like a Cowboys fan growing up. That's his team. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure where he grew up.
Maybe he's just drinking that Jerry Jones
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
But I do know Micah
Telling you.
Parsons. Micah Parsons might be coming to Texan one of these days. Him and Stroud are real close. So
They are. They are.
Hey, I
cool.
mean, D'Amico's our coach. I'm just saying.
It's gonna get expensive here for the Texans soon.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
but I mean, we already got Nico, right? We gave him his.
Yeah,
deal.
he's got his money. That's about it. He's locked up.
Nico's it, and then I wonder if Mixon, with everything going on, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head all the details in his contract, but
I mean, Will
Get all that
Anderson, Stroud is going to be a lot. Stroud's going to be a blank check. Here you go.
yeah, I'm just hoping that we just kind of do the usual thing and I shouldn't say do the usual thing, but what I mean is that get in there, get hustling in the first half, start rocking, hopefully, then get to the point like Andreyes is probably predicting it to go. Texans will slow down and then it becomes an even game because that seems to be what we like to do lately. But hearing the comments from the guys and just how they're taking accountability, Joe Mixon saying it, Stroud saying it, and I love how D'Amico kind of broke down the game. He was like, "Look, y'all, like there's like you have halftime adjustments, but we're doing adjustments the entire game. You know, don't be so just think it's just the second half. Like we just got to play better." And I mean, ultimately, we saw where we lacked in the game against the Lions. I mean, I know we were pretty ticked off about the score of it, but I know we did look at these terrible referees and calls that we saw, and how crucial that was that pass interference at the end.
He tackled him.
That would have
just
just like you said, John. I mean, what were you saying? It would have been first down. We'd ran the clock all the way down.
Chip shot.
Well, I mean, we were
shot.
already on that side of the field, so it would have been the yardage for the penalty with a first down. So, I mean, with Fairbairn, I mean, yeah, he's missed a couple, but the two he's missed are like 56 and 59 or something like that. So, yeah, that was crazy. I mean, clear,
Do y'all think he should have? Y'all should have tried to pin him back, or you think that was?
I would have punted right there, just because. I mean, even if you make it, you're still giving them enough time to score, come back and get field goal range.
The second half, it just everything like as soon as he missed the field goal, and as soon as that they didn't call the PI, I was like, the game's over. Lions are gonna win this game. It was so obvious. Like, I don't know. It felt so weird. I watched the game from start to finish. It felt so weird.
And what'd you say, Andreyes? It felt like it was
rigged.
Yeah.
Like how
did.
much it just turned the whole game turned upside down. And I get the Lions sometimes they start slow and then the second half they just take off. But for him to throw, what did he throw? 5 interceptions? 4? 5?
Five picks.
5 interceptions.
He still lost.
He wins the game, but it's just like I was watching the offense, Texans offense. The first play of the second half, pick.
That wasn't even a pick though.
Yeah,
that ball moved.
Was crazy. Yeah. Me and John talked about that. They didn't even review it. They didn't do nothing. They just said, "Let's go." Like, keep going.
They showed the replay. He had it, and when the ball came to the ground, the ball moved in his hands, and he readjusted it. Yeah,
it felt so weird. The Texans, how their defense was just like giving him space. Wasn't like it was just I don't know. It felt rigged to me. I don't know.
I agree, man.
That was an ugly game at the end. Like how they didn't score. They didn't score 1 point in the second half, right? Texans.
No, Texans scored a big old goose egg second half. They did 6 and 13.
And then both the field goals that won it for them, hit the uprights. That's crazy. Like just gleamed it.
Oh yeah. That was crazy.
I mean, we had five interceptions, but no sacks. Aziz led the defense. Mechie was leading the receivers with like 5 catches, 74 yards, I want to say, give or take. But Mixon got shut down. Let's get real. That's really it came down to the running games, and let me see here. I don't know if they're started opening up. I just remember that there was a couple plays that it was busted open. But
Andreyes, how's reverting back to the game a little bit? How is the the Cowboys' run defense because I try not to watch too many of the games because I like my eyesight. But
Oh, it's non-existent. Like
really nice.
It's we have like big boys in the middle, but we don't really have like a besides like I said that Overshown.
Yeah, he's fast.
He's our best like run defense like defender.
Okay.
He's fast. He can tackle.
So Mixon should be able to eat.
Oh, 100%. I wouldn't doubt it.
All right,
I wouldn't
cool.
doubt it.
All right, sorry. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. But
And then our cornerbacks, it could get I wouldn't be surprised if it's a blowout, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a close game. It comes down to the wire like every year we play.
It's definitely not the game that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted Dak to be starting and it to be at least both quarterbacks going head to head in a sense, and all that to see who would outduel who, which I humbly say that I believe Stroud would. Either way,
he needs a big game, man.
But Stroud really does. I mean, but I thought he was getting out the pot, like he was moving better where he was getting rushed, I guess you could say, because I know there was still some pressure on him. But I mean, It did seem like he could get out, but there was 4 sacks. His rating went too hot because the 2 picks, of course. But
just gotta protect him.
There was one thing that was for sure. Those uniforms were fire.
Fire. The helmet especially.
John, what part did you not like? The uniforms or you like the helmets?
I mean, they look good. I like the color and everything. I just don't like the design. Like I've said always. But
the horns?
Yeah. It reminds me too much.
I thought it looked sick.
It just reminds
Andreyes,
me too
what do you
much
think? Do you like the design of the new Texans?
I like the Texans uniforms or the new ones. Yeah, I do. I don't know why he doesn't like them, but I like the new logo, the H, how it's like.
He hates the H.
I love it. I love it.
It's like what are we in, like South Central LA or something?
Yeah, OE.
It's a homage to Sam Houston. That time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, I just think that even the helmets. I mean, the helmets look good, but it's like. It just reminds me too much of like it's too similar to like the Rams or the Vikings kind of. I don't know. I mean, they're not bad, but I'm not just like, oh my god, you know.
So you prefer the old uniforms and the old logo?
Well, yeah.
He ain't got the new logo behind him right now. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, John. I mean, which I didn't dislike the old ones, but I do like. I just love that what we've switched into the gear. I just like it. I like all of them. A little bit different. The whole red uniforms, the horns look awesome. Those helmets under those lights look freaking amazing. But it was cool seeing the stadium open and because the roof was open and everything, right? And it was a nice little view of them panning over the top. And I wonder how much louder it is when the roof's shut. To when it's open, it's got to be louder when it's shut, assuming. But
sure,
I wonder what the decibel level, like how it would feel on the field, the difference.
Yeah, honestly, that game though, there were so many Lion fans there.
That's what I heard.
Dude, you keep hearing the Lions fans. Like, I don't know why there's so many tickets available. I guess season ticket holders need to get back on it or something.
Detroit, I'm sure
they travel.
Their fan base is freaking losing it right now. Just being.
Well, I mean, if you lived in Detroit, wouldn't you want to travel too?
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna get here first.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave for the weekend.
If I lived in Detroit, I'd take every opportunity to not be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just quoting Jameis that quoted Eminem, "You only got one shot."
Yeah, exactly.
But talking about that, we'll see how we do it against the Cowboys. I predicted win. Andreyes thinks it could be close, could be a blowout. We'll see how it goes. John, I'm assuming you're predicting a win. I know you said we'll do well.
Close win.
We're always close win. Jeremy, close win.
Blowout.
I'm gonna say close win, but we just need to get
We gotta block for CJ. I mean, there's no blowouts until we can block for CJ because. You can't. I mean, he has no time. I'm hoping them shuffling the line will change a lot. Hopefully,
They did look better.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it should be better. It should be better.
Yeah, they did look
This is
better.
the
I like who they switched it up. What you got, Andreas?
Yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. But the reason why I say blowout is because the Texans lost back to back, and now I feel like it's just a statement game for them. Like they can't. This game can't be close in their eyes because it's a statement. They lost to the Jets on Halloween, and then they lost to Detroit, like a disappointing loss. So
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a blowout. But
I mean, at this point, don't you just want the Cowboys to lose and get a better draft pick?
oh yeah, 100%. We need to go get Shador Sanders. We need to get Shador Sanders, and
Right?
we need to hire Dion as our head coach.
Oh
You never-
man,
Man, I never thought about that. What if Jerry's like, Tank?
Oh,
I
Jerry
want
could do it.
Shadur.
Yeah, Jerry would never. Nah, he would never.
That'd be more of a
He
circus
loves
than a
Dak
bomb.
Prescott.
yeah, but I don't think Jerry would get Dion. Like it would be, I think that would be a crazy signing. But Jerry likes a spotlight. It'd be the Dion show. I don't know if Jerry's ready to step back. I don't know if Jerry's ready to step. Like you were saying.
He would never let that.
Yeah, he's like, I like Mike McCarthy. Let's give him another run.
Yeah. That's a good point. And he's saying
With the puppets.
all the coaches' jobs are safe.
Yeah. Well, like you said before, like Jimmy Johnson. Then when there's big egos like Bill Parcells, like they weren't fits because Jerry wants that's his show.
Yeah,
So
100%.
Yeah, like Parcells said, it's hard to cook the meal if you can't shop for the groceries. So
right. Jerry's got the list and
Old
everything.
Bill.
Yeah, Jerry has the list. He's blocking the apps. He can't even order on HEB. Nothing.
nothing.
Well, old Jerry. Well, it was a good time for the Cowboys back in the day with old Emmitt Smith, which we were going to kind of switch it up. We had the Lions last week, so I'm assuming I can predict one person that Jerry might put on this list.
Oh,
And then we got the Cowboys this week, so I'm expecting I can get one off Andreas' list too. But we about to do the top 5 NFL running backs
of
all time. Who's your top 5? Andreas, you want to start us or John?
Yeah,
Who
let
wants
me-
to start it?
let
You
me
want it,
go- let me
Andreas?
Yeah. Let me go first, just because I'm 24 years old. I haven't been alive to see like this is what I think.
But
or
you
what
have
I-
YouTube, right? You have YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah. So number one, just based on highlights and watching highlights and the way, like just watching the way he ran, I have Barry Sanders as number 1, Hall of Famer. He doesn't have a ring, but and he only played 9, so it says like 9 years.
Yeah.
So I have him at number 1. I gotta put my boy Emmett at number 2
Little high.
Okay.
because he leads in rushing yards, 3-time champ, Super Bowl MVP. I mean, I think he deserves it number 2, and he played for 14 years.
Great offensive line.
Yeah.
Yep.
So number 3, just based on like research, I've watched his highlights, but I put Walter Payton, 16,000 rushing yards, Super Bowl Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Mhm.
So far so good.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm liking those.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
So the
it's
last
Emmett.
2 I put because this is like my childhood. So at number 4,
Ezekiel,
I put AP, Adrian Peterson.
Nice.
I
So
love AP.
put him, future Hall of Famer.
Ezekiel.
He doesn't have any Super Bowls.
nope.
And then number 5, I put LT with Danny
Okay.
Thompson.
Okay.
I think those are pretty good, Andreas.
Solid list.
Yeah.
Solid
That's
list.
a decent, yeah.
I'm
I
so
said-
glad you didn't put him at number 1. I was worried about that.
No. Yeah, I thought about it, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna get shredded.
What you got, John?
All right. So I'm not going in order. Like I said.
Oh, come on, man, come
my
on.
Number one is number one.
I did. I wrote it last week. I did no order.
Well, okay. Number 1, Sanders for sure. He was just my favorite
Go.
player growing up. Yeah, I think the best running back with a horrible offensive line. What he put the numbers he put up with that offensive line, they never had. And then okay, so no order after that. I I put Emmett on there just because, I mean, he was a really great running back. I think the only reason he got the yardage is because he played too long, you know.
He played too long.
Well, I mean, he was on the Cardinals when he broke the record, right? So
Yeah.
But great running back, Florida Gator, all that good stuff. Earl Campbell for sure, UT Oiler legends. Then I got Adrian Peterson as well, and then kind of the same player as LT, but I think a little better, able to catch the ball. Marshall Faulk is in there for me.
Yeah.
I like the Marshall Faulk pick.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That ain't. I like that list. That's a pretty good daggum list. I bet Jeremy's gonna be a little similar. What you got, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to all of them, except for one particular star guy. Yeah, the GOAT Barry. I think that I don't see how anybody can argue what that man did because he ran the same amount of yards backwards that he did forwards.
Right.
So he probably actually has about 3 million yards. But and he gave up the Russian title. He just said 9 years of losing with the Lions, I'm done. Nothing against Emmett, great line and all that. But yeah, if Barry would have played the same amount of years, it wouldn't even be close. Plus, his college career was amazing too. But so yeah, Barry the GOAT. And then it's before my time, man, Walter Payton, from everything everybody said, from all the film I've seen, like that guy was just a stud, smooth. Then I'm gonna go even older, Jim Brown. No, well, here's the thing though. When the thing about this though, I wasn't gonna put Jim Brown as high, but listen to this: like Jim Brown played when they didn't throw the ball very much at all. So they were stacking. Everyone was looking for him. They were stacking the box. He ran all those yards in a era where they ran the football a lot. There was no big numbers being put up. So and then I have to go, Adrian Peterson. Like, to me, in the modern era, like, I don't think it's close. He was such a speed, power. I mean, just crazy. And then got to put Earl Campbell in there. And it's not just a homer thing. It's not a hometown thing. What he did, and he only played, I think, same thing, about 8-9 seasons. That 9th season when he went to New Orleans, he barely played. He was hurt. So it was a short career, but what he did was just, I mean, his rookie year, he ran for 1,800 or something like that. Like, it's crazy. Just no one's ran with the power, maybe besides Bettis, but definitely more speed than Bettis. And I will say this. I know we're not doing honorable mentions and all that, but
oh god, here we go.
Listen. The two best all-purpose backs.
Honorable.
The two best all-purpose backs, y'all got it right. Marshall Faulk and Daniel Thomason. Is if you're going to put all-purpose into it,
yeah, right.
Not just pure running back doing everything. Those were the guys. They. I think if Arian Foster played longer and was healthier, he could have been a guy like that too. He put up numbers like that too. So anyway, that's mine.
Oh, area. I like it. That's a good list.
Maybe he shouldn't have gone vegetarian.
He stopped eating meat.
Yeah.
All right, my list,
Jared,
boys, gonna be. I might have to agree with
order.
With
Going order or just
we'll go in. Yeah, I'll go in order. Why not?
Yeah.
Here we go, boys.
Drum roll.
Coming in fifth place.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. Ward Dunn.
Ward Dunn.
Okay.
Let's go. I'm putting Wark in my top 5.
Ward Dunn, number 28. Let's go.
Number 28 all day. Florida State University. Undersized running back.
No,
Undersized.
That's my
over 10,000 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost at 11,000, but we'll just say over 10,000. A little under 11,000 yards rushing.
Right.
Coming in 4. I got a couple of Bears on my team here. I got Gale Sayers coming in at 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Gale Sayers was amazing. I loved watching all of his highlights, and he was a beast in his day. I think he ended up with an injury and stuff like that, which part of me wanted to put old Bo in here, but I didn't. But Gale with his running Always loved it and always love it whenever we go to Bruce's house. He's got that football signed by old Gale Sayers. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Coming in at 3, Earl Campbell.
Okay.
I got to put Earl in there. The dude's a tank, like we've all said. He busted through the line, was busting him down. The dude barely walked. Oh, Earl Campbell, Rose, Capital. Don't he live in Tyler? Or is he from Tyler, John? What
From
is
Tyler. Tyler Rose.
Tyler.
Yep.
Tyler Rose.
it? The Rose.
And Joe,
Another
no,
UT.
Tyler is the rose capital of the world.
The Rose Capital.
The
That's
more you
it.
know.
Coming at 2,
Roses.
I got to go Walter Payton.
Sweetness.
Got to go Walter Payton. So good. Awesome just to watch it. And then coming in at 1, last but not least,
Don't say him it.
No, not.
the man, the legend, Barry Sanders. Nothing beats him, man. Barry Sanders. I think we have almost a unanimous on that one, right? We're all Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Man, his ability was unreal. I'll put some highlights to most of our lists here. I'll see if I can throw some highlights in. It'll be fun.
Just like a receiver, we had all of us had one was Rice, right?
We all had Rice at 1.
Yeah. So I think those, just with these 2 lists we've done, like those are things you really can't, it's Rice.
And can I give a honorable mention?
You can. I did too. So you got.
Yeah, who's your honorable? Everybody got an honorable mention. You get one more.
I'm out.
Rest in peace. If the glove don't fit, you
Oh,
must
Let's quit.
Yeah.
OJ.
They said murder.
loose.
Old OJ.
OJ Simpson.
But he rushed
Squeeze
for
the
2,000
juice.
yards.
Not
Oh, he was
guilty.
a great. Yeah.
Not guilty.
Not
Guilty.
Oh gosh, love you, John.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think his statue's up for auction. We'll see if we can get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite cheap.
We just steal it.
Yeah.
His spirit will come after you. Like,
His spirit will come back and bring
give me
it
Well,
back.
give me my stuff.
He'll take all your memorabilia.
But this is my stuff.
This is my stuff.
Before we wrapping it up here, I got one question. Do y'all think that Derrick Henry will be considered one of the greatest running backs of all time when he's finished if he gets a ring? And because he's he's having a great year. Derrick Henry, John, I know you're loving him this year.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think, Andreyes? You think Derrick Henry's got talk to be in the? Is he a top 20er yet, or where you got him? Where you think he's at on there?
I think right now, I was researching before this, but I think he's right around 20. I think he's gonna be, if he keeps playing the way he does for how long has he been in the league? When did he get drafted?
Well, he's
Probably
what,
about
29?
same as Dak, probably.
Yeah. I think, yeah. If he can go for more, like a couple more years and just stay the way he is, I think if he wins the Super Bowl, I think he's top 10. He is just dominant. There's nobody like him in the league.
Except Saquon.
The way he's built. Yeah.
Well, he's in his 10th or he's in his 9th year this year.
He's
He's
30.
at-
He's 30.
He's a little over 10,000 yards. So I think he's currently listed 25th all time rushing leader. He's
He's a Hall of
25
Famer.
right now.
He's a Hall of Famer already.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
so
like
let's-
in today's NFL. I mean, with running backs' careers not lasting very long. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still, what do you say, 10th season or 9th season? He's still
Yeah.
kicking
9th
butt.
season.
Yeah, he's 30. Yeah.
Yeah, still kicking
I-
butt. So
I remember his first 2 years were not very impressive at all, I want to say, because I just remember drafting him in fantasy. I was like, he didn't do too much for me, He wasn't one of my guys. Now he's freaking, number 1 running back in fantasy? Him or
Yeah,
Saquon. Saquon
Yeah.
tearing it up again tonight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Who drafted them?
I got him on my team.
Who drafted him?
Who drafted Saquon and Henry?
I got
That guy-
Mixon and A-Chain.
Yeah. No, it's funny, Andre. I think I told you Kyle was like, after the draft, Kyle was like, oh, it's a little like talking crap about me drafting Saquon and Henry.
Yeah.
That's my first 2 picks. And then like 3 weeks ago, I'm like, are you gonna eat those words or what, dude?
What's Kyle? Kyle's what, 3-4 what is it right now? Like 3-7.
You don't get a
Um,
vote. You don't get a vote.
So I don't want to hear it, Kyle. I've been trying to get that guy to trade me the Vikings for a while now. He won't do it. But well, shoot, man, that wraps up this. Hey, Andreyes, is your boy Michael Irvin in your top 5 receivers of all time?
I forgot what my list was, but
No, it wasn't Michael Irvin. I thought it was he put
Des Bryant
I
was
said
one, right?
I had said Dez, but I remember I corrected myself.
I think I put Michael Irvin at 5 or 6. I think it was right outside of 5.
Partiers or receivers?
No. No. I think I put him at 5. I think I put him at.
Yeah, that fur coat.
Yeah, because I put Randy Moss.
Okay.
I put T.O., Jerry, and who else did I have in there? Megatron, I think. No, not in order. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
before Michael Irvin. No, Jerry's one, 100%.
Yeah, we'll have to come back and do favorite safeties or something on the next show, whatever. But hey, Andreyes, appreciate you coming on the show today, man. It really was fun. We just chatting it up, having a good time.
It was fun. I appreciate y'all.
Well, we do hope old Dak the best. I hate seeing him hurt. Hope it, it's always good to have just better competitive teams all around.
Hey, this is
sucks seeing some of these injuries.
This is our Super Bowl. We somehow pull it out Monday. You won't hear the end of it. This is the only game that I care about this year, honestly.
Yeah, if y'all win, there won't be a 3J Sports next week. We're taking a week off.
Yeah, right.
We're taking a
Just a week passed
sabbatical.
on. That's it. Taking a week off. Well, shoot, we'll be looking forward to the game, and we'll be posting some shorts and all that
Monday
stuff.
night.
But,
Monday night.
Monday Night Football. Tune in. 3J Sports. We out.